Hi, how's it going? In this video, I'll be showing to you how you can improve your English pronunciation 10 times better. You may be a non-English speaker who is stumbling and fumbling through the English words. Well, English words really need a little bit stretching of your mouth than you can ever think. I'll show you how you can work out your mouth's muscle in this video. First step is read English text out loud. Now, it may be a very primary and elementary thing to do, to read out loud, but you know what they say. When you are starting off with something, you need to do the basics, and that is reading out loud. That's exactly the same way how you mastered your own native tongue, right? You read things out loud. So it's just the same with English language. Now, the purpose with reading out loud is to actually practice the muscles of your mouth, because you really have to stretch your mouth wide and as wide or narrow as you can, just to be able to pronounce precisely the words, especially with the and a and o. So it all comes with the vowel sounds, and the vowel sounds are really important in pronouncing the words properly, because those are the basis on how you'd be able to accurately and precisely pronounce each word. So reading out loud is really a key for you to get used to pronouncing English, and also to be able to listen to yourself if you're reading or if you're pronouncing it right. One thing about that, if there's someone who would be listening to you reading out loud, they may correct you for that. It would also be recommended that when you're reading, read it out loud with an audience or with somebody who would point out your mistakes. So that's really important and really effective. Tip number 2 is read tongue twisters. Now, this is really the trick and the most fun part of mastering or exercising your English pronunciation, because tongue twisters are not just fun, but they're also challenging. It makes you want to challenge your tongue, your mouth, and your English pronunciation to be able to really get the right pronunciation of each word without stuttering or stumbling through the words, and just really make the whole sentence or the whole tongue twister perfect. And that's really fun. Now, in the description box below, I'll give you the website of the list of tongue twisters that you can try out yourself. And one of my most favorite tongue twisters of all time is She Sells Seashells by the Seashore. Now, let me do it one more time. This time 3 times and faster. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. She sells seashells by the seashore. Alright, so that's it. And also, if you want to work out with some consonants or like letters that you really have a hard time pronouncing, especially with L or R for Japanese and maybe Koreans, they really struggle with those letters. So I really recommend Japanese or some other people who have trouble with pronouncing L and R. So I recommend the tongue twisters with L and R sounds, so that you can really work out your tongue and be comfortable and be confident with your L and R sounds interchangeably. Alright, so here is a bonus tip. So it's still about the tongue twisters. You might have heard about Dr. Seuss books. Now, Dr. Seuss books are children's books intended to be read out loud and for children to be able to read English faster by reading it out loud. But in the same way, those books are really helpful for you to master your English pronunciation, because most of Dr. Seuss books, or these books, are full of rhymes and rhymes and all those word plays that would really challenge your pronunciation as you go along the story of the book. So Dr. Seuss books, especially Fox and Socks, that's the longest and most challenging one. Green Eggs and Ham, those are one of my favorites. So yeah, there you go. Bye bye. See you in the next video.